Shall we begin?
Let's begin.
Good day, peace and blessings. Welcome to the Mantality 360 podcast. I'm Michael Tolan, and this is
Kevin Lewis.
All right, today is April 25th, 2018, and today's episode topic is the things or the top 10 things that turn men off the most about women.
Wah, wah, wah.
But first and foremost, we would like to touch on this week's hot topics and recent events.
All right, Mike. One of the first hot topics I want to discuss today was we had another shooting. We'll call this the Waffle House shooting.
Waffle House.
And it wasn't because they got dirty utensils, you know what I'm saying? But this past week we had a guy walking to Waffle House. He opened fire. He had a AR-15, another AR-15 again, yeah. Another one. Right. And he actually killed 4 people, pedestrians of Waffle House. And another guy who was there who said his exact words were, people called him a hero. He said, "No, I'm not a hero. What happened was, I just figured if he was going to kill me, he was going to have to work hard to kill me.
Right.
I'm just going to go hide and let him shoot me." So the guy said he wasn't trying to be a hero. He was just trying to save his life in the process.
So how did he stop him?
Well, he actually came up behind him and wrestled the gun out of his hand.
Oh, okay. Rear naked choke? Or?
Pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
And UFC.
And anyway, he threw the guy over the counter. Uh-huh. And so the guy he fled Waffle House.
Where was this at?
The Waffle House in
what state?
I got to put me on South Carolina, I think.
In South Carolina?
No, it was Tennessee. Tennessee. Yeah. In Tennessee. And so, but here's the kicker, though. I don't know. I mean, you can take what you want to take from what I'm saying, but I just don't understand how all these people can kill all these different people, and they end up being arrested. You know what I'm saying? Because we can go back to the South Carolina church shooting where they took the guy to McDonald's before they took the prison. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? But yet, a guy gets choked out in New York for selling cigarettes outside the store. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so I don't know. I mean, I really do think it's just it's a ploy to have everybody look in one direction while something else happens somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got to think this whole nation, man, is looking at this black-white issue.
Right.
And nothing has ever been shown to you that they want you to see. So it's got to be something like, well, let's make them look this way. And then while they're looking this way, we're going to be doing this over here while nobody's paying attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about that, though. And then also, here's another, see, this is not a racial thing. I don't want anybody thinking, man, he's always
a thing show.
Because it's really not. But then we had the 5 black women that were playing golf in Pennsylvania, and the owner of the golf course asked them to leave because he said their pace was too slow. Now, mind you, some of these women were lawyers, like well-to-do people, and even if they wasn't, as long as they were doing what the rules suggested them to do.
On the golf course, right?
On the golf course, I feel like they should be able to play.
Right. They pay their money like everybody else.
Yes. Right? And so one of the ladies said that, we spoke with the golf pro on course, and he said that our pace was fine. But then they had a video of the 9th hole, because that's when you go take your break and do whatever you got to do to play the other back 9 or whatever. And it was like 5 white men like challenging these white women, and it just looked bad. It just looked bad. It just black women, it just looked bad. Like no matter what you were saying, their posture, their whole demeanor was that of intimidation.
Right, trying to intimidate them.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm thinking so. And then that's on the heels of the whole. We're waiting on our friend for a meeting at Starbucks, and they got. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like let's call the police on all these people. Because we know most black people, what they're going to do, they're going to get upset.
Right, absolutely.
They get upset, then the police come, it's going to be on and popping then.
Yeah. I think I had a discussion with somebody a while back about that. It's like I think your natural reaction if somebody approaches you aggressively or tries to detain you or grab you is to react, is to respond. So a lot of times we get into those situations. You could have not done anything wrong, but if somebody grabs you, your reaction is to try to get them off you, right? Any way possible.
Yeah.
Right. So, and then before you know it, now you're in a whole nother situation, especially if it's the police that's grabbing on you. They expect you not to move, not to do anything. But they could be dead wrong, with what they're doing, but they expect you to just lay there and take it. Sit there and take
just be okay with that foot in your neck.
Right,
you know
exactly. So, but yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
And then just my last hot topic of the day would be, as a parent, I think it's the saddest day that I had in a while with my son is when I realized I was gonna have to be okay for now, temporary, with his grades being subpar, because it's like no matter what I say, no matter what I do, he's just intent on thinking a 70 is good.
That's good.
You know what I'm
he
saying?
He says passing is good enough, right?
And so that is my struggle as a parent. And it's not just the youngest son; it's the one in college also. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, you don't understand. You got to try harder than everybody else.
Is it just the lack of understanding, or do you think it's just the lack of trying?
I think it's just lack of trying by far, because by far it's lack of trying. Because when he tries, they both make. My next oldest son, dude, he made 100 in his math class one time. 100. Who makes 100? You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if we know you can do it, then now that's our expectations. We expect you to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So anything less, they'll be like, hey, man, you're not trying. You made a 92. You're not trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. But that'll pretty much wrap up the hot topics for the day, though.
And welcome back to the Mantality 360 podcast. Again, today's topic is the top 10 things that turn men off the most about women. So, Kevin, we're men, right? We're men. We love women, right? We love our women, right?
No doubt.
And so we always focus. Well, a lot of times we always focus on the good things about our women, right? The things that make us happy and things that we love the most about them. A lot of times we don't talk about or focus on the things that turn us off about women. I think we should do that. Let's address that.
Come on, Mike. We're not trying to mess up any happy homes.
No,
now, Mike.
we ain't trying to mess up no homes, but these things need to be talked about because there's a lot of raggedy women running around out
say
there.
raggedy.
Yeah, they ain't got their stuff together, so we need to help them get their stuff together.
Mike said that. That wasn't Kevin. That was Mike. Just for everybody who didn't listen.
Hey, Kevin, you signed it. I saw the sign language. You said it. Yeah.
Okay. When we first thought about this list, the first thing I said, okay, well, let me be shallow for a minute.
Focus on the physical.
Let me be shallow, you know what I'm saying? And so my first pet peeve for myself, just to be on my shallow list, was you can't have a jacked up grill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like if you smell, because the first thing that when you open your mouth and you speak, the first thing that I noticed, even from before I noticed what you're saying, is where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And so, to me, you have to take care. You have to have very good dental hygiene. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, like some people have spaces in their teeth. That's fine. But like anything else, you have to keep that up. You can't be all jacked up and teeth and food caked all between your teeth.
Right. Yeah. That's because you don't want that person kissing on you or
we would never
any of that, right?
No, we would never get that far, Mike. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, we tend to focus on the physical things. It's what we see. The first thing we see is probably, a person's face, right?
Right.
And anything, in that vicinity. So, yeah. So that's a good one. Hygiene, definitely hygiene, dental hygiene. And just to kind of stay in that same vein, one of my top ones is just the unclean woman, or woman that has odor. That can include breath, body, etc. Right?
We'll stop right there. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So nobody wants a dirty, nasty woman, right? That smells, or just doesn't take care of herself, doesn't do her hair, or any of that.
But women mess it up for women, and this is what I mean by that. You meet one female and she's very clean, very clean. Her house is clean, body clean, the whole nine. But then be another female who might not take cleaning as that big of a thing to her.
Right. What do you mean, cleaning like the house?
No, the house first. The house first.
Right.
But then you see, hold on. Well, this other female that I dated, she took like 2 showers a day, or maybe 3 showers a day. You barely take 1.
Right.
Hold on. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like, so I think women can mess it up because we're men, so we don't really know a whole lot about women until we meet someone who kind of help our mentality expand and grow and say, oh, okay, so women are like this, whatever.
Yeah. Is it safe to say a woman that doesn't keep a clean house, doesn't keep a clean
mouth? What?
Any?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A clean down south.
Well, you know what? I don't know because I'm thinking back honestly because the cleanest female I've ever met in my life is my wife.
Okay.
Cleanest female I've ever met in my life, but she's clean all around, like the whole 9. She's clean, and so I never really noticed women in the past that I've dated because, because I didn't have my wife to compare them to then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I guess in retrospect now, I'm like, man, that was some filthy.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right. You walking in somebody's house and you see them boys on the wall and trash all over the place. They look like they're a hoarder. You probably gonna turn around and walk back out.
No doubt.
Right?
No,
you're not about to sit down, have dinner. Or anything.
Wait, check this out. When I was in the military back in the day, I was talking to this young lady, and I noticed that every time I would see her, she would I'd come by her house, she would always take her shoes off. I'm like, okay, whatever, you comfortable, be comfortable, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? And so, Mike, I noticed that now she was nice from head to toe, Mike, head to toe. Mm-hmm. Well, no, I'm sorry, from head to ankles.
Head to ankles.
Because she sat down on the couch one day, and I was sitting across from her, and she crossed her legs, and I saw the bottom of her feet were black. Dude, I'm like, dude.
Is that from walking outside?
I don't know what it's from. All I know was that was the most disgusting thing you could have shown me.
And I was bottom out. Of her feet dirty?
I was out. I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't
Maybe
do
she's
it.
just from the country.
Man, I don't care
she walk outdoors barefoot.
Man, I don't care where she's from.
On,
you know what I'm saying? Dude, that's just me. That's just me.
I think you're being a little tough on her.
Dude, what? You know what I'm saying? So like that's probably the most that's probably me shallow the most when but the feet,
dirty feet.
I can't do dirty feet, man. Can't do dirty feet.
You trying to suck some toes? Right? Is that what you're trying to?
Joking like, nah, I'm good. Nah.
Oh man. All right. What else is on your list, Kevin?
Wow, this guy right here. All right.
All right, Kevin. Let's go to the phone lines. I think we got our first caller.
Yeah.
And it is Steve from Virginia.
VA
Steve, you've been listening to our podcast. What are a couple of the things that turn you off the most about women?
Yeah, a couple of things that turn me off about women. A whole argumentative attitude, like coming home and having stick to an argument for no reason.
Okay, just the combative nature of them, argumentative.
Absolutely.
All right, what could that potentially lead to when you have a very combative woman, that's coming home, getting in your stuff?
What it eventually leads to is you not wanting to come home at all. You wanting to go out to happy hours, things of that anywhere but home.
Right. Which could lead to other things, or could it possibly drive you, away from, your wife, your girlfriend, or whoever, right? And now you're looking for someone that's less combative, someone that provides peace to your life, right?
Well, a lot of times that's exactly what happens. You're out there, you're sitting in places you didn't want to be at, and that's it. You're gonna always see something else that comes around, and that's somebody speaking softly, doing the exact opposite of what you're getting at home.
Right.
It definitely leads to that type of situation.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. Any other turnoffs you have?
Oh yeah, another one is this whole do it for myself attitude as well, like the whole
Miss Independent.
Yeah, Miss Independent.
Take a man to be the alpha people, you know.
Right.
That's
So
just annoying.
right. So Miss Independent trying to be the head, trying to be in charge of things.
Absolutely.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve.
I understand that they don't have a sense like that, whatever. And have to put that saying that. I just feel as though once you have that significant other in your life, at that point you should be able to dial that back and allow him to, you know, be a man.
Hey, Steve, because we both can't have the big piece of chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, so believe me, I feel that one. I feel that one because the thing you just said was, one, if a man can't come home and find peace, then he gonna go somewhere else and find some peace or a peace. Second,
and we ain't talking about a piece of chicken.
Hey, I'm talking about chicken. You know what I'm saying? About what you heard. And then the other thing you just touched on was nobody wants to argue all the time. It says that in Proverbs, it says that it's best to live on the top of your house than to be in a house with an argumentative woman. You know what I'm saying? So those are two really good points, man, you just touched on. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I mean, because you notice like a lot of relationships, extramarital relationships, start at the workplace. And normally the person you're sitting with at work and you're talking about the situation, you're going through it at home and everything, that person is learning everything that you don't like about your
Right.
That person is going to then be that exact opposite. Stuff that you're provide you with what you're missing, and that's how a lot of those relationships happen.
You know, the crazy thing about that, like you just said, was that person listening. So when that person going to send their representative out, and that representative is going to be everything that you want. Now that person might have a whole lot of other skeletons that you ain't seen yet. But that representative is going to make sure that he or she can be everything that you're looking for.
Yeah, they're going to be that perfect person.
Right. All right, Steve. Hey, man, we appreciate the phone call, man. You have any shout-outs?
No shout-outs. I appreciate y'all having me on.
All right, do you have a good one, baby? Talk to you later.
All right, take care.
All right, yeah.
All right, Kevin. Yeah, that was interesting perspective. Steve touched on a couple really good things around men being turned off about women. I'm thinking that some of those, actually, I don't know if those are on our list. I think they are.
Well, I think one was on mine, one was on yours. So yeah. But the crazy thing about that whole thing is that I think people hear this and they think, because different people turned off with different things. We get that. But a lot of these things are things that don't make you want to come home. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because if I gotta argue with everybody in the streets, then come home and argue in my home as well. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now women might say, because we know men and women think differently. Mm-hmm. Oh well, we're not arguing. We're just having a heated discussion, or we just having heated fellowship, or whatever you want to call it. The thing is, I can speak for me. Mm-hmm. Man, I got so much stuff I'm thinking about, and worried about, and praying about. When I come home, sometimes I just want to be heard.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to argue with you because you disagree with what I'm saying or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think it should ever be a heated argument. It shouldn't be heated. It shouldn't be an argument, actually. It should be conversation more than anything. I think what it is that a lot of times we get in our zone and we just focused on what we want to get out and we want to get our point across. We don't want to hear what the other person is saying. So, we get frustrated by that. And then, your blood is boiling, and then who knows what comes out of your mouth at that point. And then one thing you might say might spark them, and now they're coming back. It's a back and forth thing. So, but yeah, it should never truly be an argument. It should be more of a discussion. Yeah.
Which means that people have to learn how to talk.
Right, it's communication, which means it's both ways, and not at the same time.
Right, no doubt. Okay.
But, again, great points by Steve, and so we'll move on to the next caller. Let's see who we have on the line.
Hey, Mike, but before we take this next call, how about this right here? One thing we didn't touch on also was that the fact that he said that women have a hard time playing their roles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And I think it's hard for women to understand that we both can't eat the we got a 4-piece. We can't be fighting over the breast. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so like if you eat the breast, it's because I'm meek enough to give you the breast, not that you deserve it or you entitled to it.
You talking about that big piece of chicken?
You know what I'm saying? We all can't have a big piece of chicken.
Well, you on that chicken?
I'm just saying they got to have this chicken. Right.
All right, Kevin. Here we go. We got on the line Malik. Malik from Oak Cliff, Texas.
Oak Cliff.
We're all right. Thanks for calling in, Malik. So we're talking about the things that turn men off most about women. So what do you have for us, Malik, today? What turns you off the most about women?
I had a couple on my list, but I narrowed it down to just one. And I guess I hate to see when a female has a child or have kids, for her to be a bad mom, her to just show traits of being a bad mom. That's just a huge turnoff, not to have any patience or be nurturing with the kids and just to be about everything is just about her and what she's doing. It kind of the telltale thing about that person. You know what I mean? So that's a big turnoff to me.
Right. It goes back to being selfish.
Right. What's that, like 2 weeks ago podcast?
Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Exact same thing, yeah. Okay, so give us one more then, because it sounds like you got a book over there, but we just want a couple. What you got for us there?
Okay, my second one is when you first start, the courtship and you guys exchange numbers or whatever, and then all of a sudden, a hard time comes. And, I need some money. Can you just buy me $200-$300, please? And it's just like, huh? That's just like, is that the whole reason why we were talking in the first place? Because you needed some money? Like, I'm kind of lost here. That shouldn't be the first thing that a female asks. So, yeah, that kind of turns me out.
They in your pockets already.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That's what you say. I hate that my pocket's deeper than I am. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Hey, Malik.
It gets to that. You're going to get to that, because once that's your woman, you're supposed to take care of her as such, but just start not to that. It's not about what I can do for you and if I can save you or how, it's just about how we can save each other.
Okay.
Hey, Malik, that song, who was it? What have you done for me lately?
Ooh,
That's what they singing. And then the other thing, some of them are just looking for sugar daddies.
Exactly.
Dude.
I got one more song and I'll let y'all
Whoa, hold on, Playboy. Hey. Hey, Malik.
If you want to be with me.
Malik. This the Mike and the Kevin Mike podcast. So you come down with them 8 topics you got over there, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
Nah, but you got one more. Go ahead and spit it out. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I remember that song called No Romance with No Finance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Dolomite.
No, Mike.
I was about to say, Dolomite said romance without finance is a nuisance.
You know what I'm saying? But check this out. But on that note, I'm going to say this one thing, At the same token, you can't have guys going around expecting a woman to constantly sin and be promiscuous with them if you don't come out your pockets. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, the expectations from both sides are totally unaligned. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not condoning people have premarital sex, but you know it's going to happen. So the thing is, if you don't want to come out them pockets, then stop trying to get the female to come out them drawers. You know what I'm saying? I was going to put it out like that. You know what I'm saying? I was going to keep 100 for you, Malik. 100. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like you say, Mike and Kev show, man, I'm going to leave that.
All right, Malik, we appreciate your phone call.
Appreciate you calling.
Hey, you got any shout outs you want to give, man?
I keep up the good work, man.
I appreciate it. Hey, you got any shout outs, Malik?
Just shout out to 21 Dope, man. Everybody in the Dallas, Texas area and motivation music movement, man. That's about it.
All right.
No doubt. Appreciate it.
All right, Kevin. Another good one from Malik.
Yeah, no doubt.
From Dallas, Texas. Yeah, he talked about women not taking care of their kids and women being gold diggers, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. But okay, Mike, are they gold diggers? Or are they saying you expect something from me? I expect something from you.
Say you got to pay the cost to be the
boss.
boss.
Hey,
right?
Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Get on your good foot.
I ain't talking about the lollipop either. You know what I'm talking about? But one thing he said that I overlooked is that no one wants to be with a mom who doesn't want to be a mom.
Right. That's
you know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, I had this perception of how women are supposed to be in my mind, and it could be totally warped, but it's my perception. And so to me, you have to be nurturing. To me, you have to be loving. To me, you have to be all these things that a woman is supposed to encompass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so if you're not, like, don't get me wrong. If you're a tomboy, I love that because that's sexy to me. But you can be a tomboy and still have feminine qualities. You can still be a tomboy and still be nurturing. You can be a tomboy and still be everything that God says you're supposed to be as a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you can miss me with all that. Oh well. I'm a single parent, and me being single means more to me, and then my kids right about now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Let's stop before I get amped because I'm all.
Yeah, don't get amped over here. Don't get amped.
Yeah.
But yeah, great perspectives from Malik.
No doubt. But one thing I wanted to say too, though, Mike, is like these are very good topics, but what we got? Okay, then one thing that Steve might touch on a little bit too. He said, like argumentative, and my like one of my biggest pet peeve for women, for female is you can't be overly opinionated, because I've learned that most women that's mostly over opinionated, they don't want to hear your opinion about them, but they're always willing to give their opinion about everything.
Always got something to say.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's one of my pet peeves out there. Like, dude, can you just... Sometimes you have to learn how to be a good listener.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's part of communication, being able to listen and, get your point across and then, hear the other person's point.
Yeah,
it's not just a one-way thing.
It says, be quick to listen, slow to speak.
Slow to speak, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it didn't say be quick to listen just so you can get your opinion about everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to me, I just think when you're overly opinionated, then that leads into those other things that Steve touched on earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's one of mine. What about yourself?
One of mine is like a overly aggressive or combative woman.
Come on, boy.
Right? One that might try to put their hands on you or something, right? And look,
Mike, wait.
Here's the general rule.
Mike, I'm sorry. You been beat, Mike?
I've been beat.
You can tell me, bro. It's just me and you. It's me and you.
It took me like 20 years of therapy to get over this, man. So here's my thing, generally speaking, I'm not, I don't condone violence. I don't condone you putting your hands on anyone. Definitely not a man putting his hands on a woman.
Right. No doubt.
But here's my disclaimer.
Sure.
Woman, man, boy, child, LBGTQY, whatever. If you put your hands on me, there's a good chance you're gonna get slid straight out the door. And I'm just saying, nobody should be touching anybody. But you do have some very aggressive, combative women that think it's okay to put their hands on a man and expect that they're not gonna get nothing in return. So
it's funny.
I don't know where that comes from, but.
It's funny you say that because we both have boys. We have our boys.
Right.
We have our sons. And so one thing that I teach my son was never, ever put your hand on a female.
Right.
But at the same token, I didn't tell my son this, but I always thought to myself, people who have daughters should teach their daughters never to put yourself in a man's place, to think it's okay to put your hand on a man.
That's true.
Because on your best day, you can't whoop that man. You know what I'm saying? So why you put yourself in that situation? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one,
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Mike said, go put you on a slip and slide. Okay.
No, I've actually had to deal with that.
I knew it. I knew you didn't beat.
No, I'm serious. I didn't touch her, but this was years ago.
Did she touch you though?
Yeah, she tried to, and a couple of occasions actually. But this girl from Philadelphia. This was back when I was probably 20 years old. I think it was, 19, 20. And, she was just overly aggressive, very aggressive. And it took everything in me, not to touch it, but, just have to create space and get out of the situation. So, yeah.
What about this one right here, though? Because you just touched on something, too. You said you're over-aggressive and stuff like that, right? Here's the thing. Steve said earlier, a lot of times they're over-aggressive. They don't understand their roles as women, right? And so to me, like, I'm not saying every guy is like this, but you don't want to go to a conversation where your wife always knows or your girl always knows more than what you know. Like, they know everything about everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to me, sometimes that could be a turn off. Like, hey man, can you, like, do you always have to have a spotlight? Like, do you always have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I eat the big piece of chicken?
Right. You
know
want that chicken, man.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
Chicken. Man, I'm gonna take you to Popeyes when we done with this, man. When we done recording.
You know what I'm saying? But I think though that a turn off to me is that when a female knows everything about everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
they never wrong, right?
Come on, now. Whoa. Now I know my wife ain't never wrong. I don't know about you dated, but babe, my wife knows what she talking about.
Right.
100% of the time.
I get you. I got you.
But it's just funny how most men feel. You know what? This no joke. I'm gonna be 100. This guy walked into the lab the other day because I was in the lab the other day. And he said, "Man, I don't know what I would have done without my wife." Now this guy like 60, 70 years old. I don't know what I would have done or what I did without before my wife got in my life because I don't know how I ever made it this far in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how I managed to eat and you know what I'm saying. I don't know how I actually got through life and because according to my wife, I don't know how to do anything.
I don't know how to do
you know
nothing.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think like, wow, I thought that was just at people's houses I knew, you know what I'm saying? But it was just kind of funny.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What else do I have? Here's another one for me, Kevin. I don't like a woman that smokes or drinks excessively. Right?
Wait, are we talking like the post 420 smoke, or are we talking about just anything?
Smokes. Definitely not cigarettes.
Right?
No, I can't stand a woman that smokes. I don't even think it makes a woman look ladylike. It's just not ladylike to see a woman with a square in her mouth.
Yeah,
right?
I guess so. Okay, but like, what about this on her fingers though?
Huh?
You said in her mouth. Whatever, just hanging on her fingers. She ain't seen.
I've ever seen Virginia Slims.
That fucking one reached like from her to across the room.
Yeah.
Really?
Nah, man, I can't stand to see that.
My mom grew up smoking for a long time, so to me it was just a thing.
This is just one of the things. Yeah. I can't stand to see a woman smoking.
Yeah, that's kind of funny because when you're younger, you meet a lot of women in the club, and most times that people feel like if you drink, you got to have a cigarette with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I never thought that.
Well, here's the thing: we thought about women that smoke. If they smoke cigarettes, they smoke something else, right?
Oh, no doubt.
I ain't talking about weed or any type of, yeah.
No, I didn't get that one, Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can leave that in Philly then.
Yeah. But
no, not that one.
But no, and also, a woman that drinks all the time, like, that gets drunk and sloppy drunk and.
That's a huge turnoff. That's a huge turnoff. Yes.
Now, back in the day, them the ones we used to look for in the club.
I'm taking you out.
Right.
Nah. Believe it or not, man, I kid you not. I've never been that guy. I've never been there because even when I was like on the prowl the most, if I ran across a drunk female, I always kind of felt like I had to take care of her.
Right, that's true.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, so
she
I'm like
throwing up all over the place.
Yeah, So I'm like, because I had when I was in college, I had women hit on me all the time drunk. I'm like, dude, like really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's this about?
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know, but
they say it's the truth serum, though.
You think so?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I think it kind of suppresses people's inhibitions. Right?
Yeah, I believe that.
So stuff that they want to do anyway.
Yes. Now I got an excuse to do it. And that's what I think it is. I think that's an excuse maker. I feel you. But one thing I do hate also is that loud women. I hate loud women.
Loud.
You know what I'm saying? Because I won't say that. Because I know people, and they'll have to be the center of attention.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And most of the time when you loud, you can never be polite. You can never be proper or politically correct or just well mannered and be loud. You always gotta be ghetto.
Yeah. Ratchet or ghetto.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like have you ever met in your life a chick that was that wasn't ratchet or ghetto and she was loud. It's like they go hand in hand almost.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, man, you can take the.
I don't know. I met some country girls. They said people from the country just generally loud anyway. They talk loud.
Okay, but there's a difference though. There's a difference between speaking loud because come on, Latino community.
Yeah.
Everybody thought they got to talk over each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause I went home to my wife one time and I was like, man, I thought these people had to fight because everybody's voice was elevated, but wasn't how another person. I'm like, damn, like what?
Like what's going on?
You know what I'm saying? Because in our household, coming up when people
if you're talking loud, there's something.
Yeah, thank you. Somebody's
about
in trouble.
To go down. Yeah.
Yes, and so now it's just a norm. But so no, I just mean like people that just got to have all attention on them. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I went out and I got this and I did that and I told him I ain't the one. You know, come on now.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to hear all that, man. You 30 years old. Go act like why you act like you 10? You know what I'm saying? But anywho, that's one of mine too.
Yeah.
And then you cannot be loud, Mike, and use a lot of profanity.
Profanity, yeah. That's true.
Because mine is, now again, I could be wronger than two left shoes, but my mind, women aren't supposed to behave like this. You know what I'm saying?
Supposed to be dropping the bomb, MF
Thank
bomb.
you know what I'm saying? Okay, there's no joke. My wife used the F word she used it one time in 10 years. And still to this day, I'm like, I can't believe she did that. You know what I'm saying?
Was she mad at you?
Oh, highly upset. Come on, man. But the thing is, I was like, dude, women don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm thinking, whatever I did to get you there, I never want to do that again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying I was a sole purpose because, you need some self-control, just like we need self-control when we do it, right?
Yeah, really.
But I'm thinking, man, you're not supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think that
you think like it's probably just the way some people were raised, whether it's man or woman or whoever, right? They grew up in an environment where they just curse.
Yes,
every other word.
Well, we both were in the military. We heard it all the time in the military.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true.
But we don't walk around talking like that. So what's the difference?
Not to. Because I don't want my kids talking like that.
Except for okay, man. Okay, I agree. But sometimes we like, man, you acting like a
I get you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, when my temperature's rising, I might drop
rising. One or two. No, but I feel you. You. But that's a huge turn off to me. When you do talk and your grill looks okay, and then when I'm listening to what you're saying, and you spit dropping the F-bombs and S-bombs and MF bombs.
You got to be able to, express yourself and talk without using an explicative every other word, right?
It's funny you use that word. You said the word express. No,
express.
Come bring it back. Look at this guy. But because coming up, I've always felt like this, and you can tell me what you think, or if I'm wrong or right or whatever. But like a woman should always be able to express herself. That's a man's thing to not know how to express yourself.
Not know how to express themselves, yeah.
So I'm like, no, because like women, you should. I mean, I don't know if because they talk so much more than men, or they.
Why do you think that is that women talk so much more than men? Like, I mean, from little girls, from little kids, they just talk.
Maybe because someone has to be the detailed one. Because I'm not very detailed. Because if you ask
why
me
do you think women are more detailed than men too? Like,
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
That's pretty interesting.
I don't know. Again, maybe it's just to paint a better picture. You know what I'm saying? Because like for example, my wife and I, she said, babe, go in the kitchen and describe the kitchen in 10 words, right? The kitchen. Mm-hmm. And she did it and I did it. We had one word that was the same.
That's the same.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, oh, damn, okay, so we do think totally different. But okay, I don't know why that is. Because sometimes, you really don't want to hear 100 words when I can hear 2.
Right.
I'm tired, remember?
It's like me. I don't speak a lot, but when I speak, I try to make it meaningful. I try to have some impact. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. But speaking of words, check this out. I learned a new word probably about 3 weeks ago, I think it was.
What's that?
And I was asked to look up the word husband. No, we were talking about what's the definition of a husband. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, all right, let me go to Webster's. Conjunction, junction.
Yeah, you did conjunction.
Right. But no, I was like, well, I know what a husband means to me, but let me go see what Webster says. And I had no idea that husband was also not only a noun, but husband was a verb as well. Did you know that? Husband is a verb.
How so?
And it means to conserve.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right. I think most people knew that. So now we teaching y'all something. Listen up. Husband is a verb. Look it up. It's a verb. It means to conserve, like as in resources, conserve resources.
Okay, I will say this though. I do get that about husband being a noun, but it's also bootylicious is also in the dictionary too. So I'm thinking.
So what does it really mean?
So, at the end of the day,
like we make up words all the time. Right?
You know what I'm saying? That's just my perspective. I'm just saying.
Kevin. So next on my list, check this out.
Okay.
I don't like a promiscuous woman. Does anybody?
I definitely say, well, somebody does at that time. At least for 2 minutes, they do.
For 2 minutes,
you know what I'm saying? Yes.
Yeah.
But
I think about it like this, like, you know, we may say as men that, you know, or some stupid men may ask the question, well, how many men have you been with in your life? Who really wants to know that? Nobody wants to know that.
Dude,
you really don't want to know that.
It's fine. You say that. Watch this. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'm sitting down, and this guy just came to me. He just brought this conversation up out the blue. He says, man, my wife has me wondering. I'm thinking about what, you know. He says, my wife and I went to an OB appointment, and one of the questions asked, how many sexual partners have you had? And her demeanor was as if she didn't want to answer the question in front of him. Wow. Wait. Here's the thing, though. Dude, you've been married 20 years now. 20 years in, 2 kids already, right?
Mm-hmm.
What difference does it make?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't make a difference.
So something, dude, you could have that conversation with your wife before you ringed it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. If you wanted to know that.
If you want to know. Because if it's going to bother you, because you know who she is, you know what I'm saying? You know everything about, I would hope, after 20 years, that it'll be nothing your wife can tell you that would change the perspective you have of your wife. For 20 years?
Right.
Come on now. If you had said 2 people, I mean, what? It's going to change who you've been in the last 20 years?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just funny you said that. Cause I'm like, wow, why would that even matter?
Yeah, but, you know, there's a lot of guys that want to know that. They ask that question. It's like, why do you want to know that? I
don't want to know.
But, you know, on the flip side, I guess, you know, you don't want, either whether it's 5, 10, or 20 years down the road, you're going to find out that your lady was an adult film star or something. She got 100 movies under her belt, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, who wants? You know what I mean? Who wants that?
No doubt. Yeah. So that's one of the questions that you ask, but you really truly don't want to know the answer.
All right, Kevin. Just to wrap up promiscuity, again, I don't think most guys want to know, but for me personally, I just don't want anybody's past to come into my present or future. Like I don't want anybody coming up to me or to us with that Stevie J smile on their face. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, wait, take this out. But I think that's one of those questions that you ask somebody, Mike, that no matter what the answer is going to be, it's going to be too many. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If the girl asks you, hey, you ask your girl, hey, how many guys you been with before me? And she say 2. Then to me, that's going to be too many. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She got 4 kids by 5 people, but still 2. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Yeah. So that's one of the questions. No matter what you do, it's not going to be productive. So.
All right. Well, Kevin, looks like we got another call on the phone, and it's Frank. Frank from Austin, Texas. Baby. What's going on, Frank?
Good. How you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. So the topic today is top things about women that turn men off the most. What are a couple things that turn you off about women?
Well, first off, I can't stand a woman that's out of shape. And I hate to be mean when I say this, fat. So I don't like a woman.
I thought you said, I want to be mean.
Like a woman that smack when she eat her food.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
How to close their mouth, eat, hold a decent conversation with me while they're eating. But
don't eat too much though.
Get past most things, but the weight, I can't do it.
They say big girls need love too, Ty.
Big girls get along with
they
you.
need love.
Okay. So you just feel like as long as the young lady keeps herself presentable and doesn't talk with her mouth full, then you good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with it. I mean, I can do a woman that's 160 pounds, but she gotta be 5'10", 5'11" though. So let me over here.
Some women would suggest that you're very shallow.
Very shallow how, you know what I'm saying? Or shallow as hell.
And everyone has their own opinion, and I agree with that. But I think it's important that a man and a woman take care of themselves and work out consistently. I work out 5 days a week, so I'm in the gym taking care of myself. And if you're gonna be my loved one, you take care of yourself also.
All right, yeah, I agree with that, Frank. We gotta stay in shape. It's for the longevity of ourselves. We gotta. You know, we want to be around, we want to be active, we want to be involved in each other's life. We got to live that type of lifestyle. So, yeah, I get it.
Well, but I will say this. So, with my women, one thing that I do recognize is if I want them to stay in shape, I think it's my job to motivate them to stay in shape. So, I'm willing to pay for the gym membership. I'm willing to pay for the personal trainer. I'm willing to work out with the person. So, I do think as a man, it's your job to make sure your woman stay in shape.
Well, they say it ain't tricking if you got it. So I guess that's a good thing, though. You know what I'm saying? That you want to lead by example.
I mean, if you got to put a lock on the refrigerator, put a lock on the refrigerator. Do what you got to do.
Hey, he want to tie a piece of chicken onto the back of his car and make it chase it down the street.
Hold on, where you from again? He said, what part of Mississippi you? Oh, okay. I'm like, Austin.
That's how they do it in Austin.
Okay, then. No wonder everybody's slim in Austin, then. Okay.
Everybody in Austin, down here, we do a lot of outdoorsy stuff out here. So, we don't have a lot of people in Austin.
Very active, very active.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, Frank, we're going to get it. Just one disclaimer. The words mentioned here was not agreed upon by all staff members. Go ahead, Frank. What'd you say now?
My other line is ringing. I'm about to let you guys go.
All right, Frank.
Appreciate you calling in. All right.
Man, that joker said, wow.
He said he don't like them big. He don't like big girls.
But you know what? It's funny because we talk to other people. The first thing they say that they don't like women that's too small.
That's too small.
You have that degree that was too small? You have that too small?
No. Well, no.
Really?
No.
Can't have the reels poking me all in. I don't like that either.
No.
I don't like that either. But me and Frank, we differ big time because I'm thinking to myself,
like a big girl?
I don't come on. I mean, well, hold on. I mean, it each his own. But what I'm saying this right here though. Let's say your loved one has a thyroid problem. All of a sudden she gains
put on a little
80 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Then what you gonna do? You gonna stop loving her?
No, you're not gonna stop.
Because all the exercise in the world ain't gonna get rid of them 80 pounds. That thyroid is jacked up.
Right.
So I mean, I know some of mine are probably shallow too, but no, not. I mean, like each his own, like we say. Each his own.
For sure.
Because that 160 pound at 5'10", you pushing it, dude. You must be looking for girls at elementary schools or something. Because you
say elementary school.
Because with the stuff that they put in food nowadays, man, come on now. You ain't finding that. Come on, man.
In Texas, in Tejas.
Boy,
they eat good.
Boy, they eat better than you and me both. You know what I'm saying? They say if I ain't got no spare time,
actually, Kevin, we're gonna have to do a show about that health. I know a nutritionist, and I think they would get involved in the podcast. I think we should do a show about that.
Right? I mean,
nutrition, things that we're putting in our bodies.
I'm not real big on that, Mike.
You're not big on nutrition,
man. Come on, now.
You're not big on health,
man. I sit and eat a Snicker while we're doing this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Lucky I ain't got one now.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with it.
And I'll be smacking too.
It's about moderation,
No doubt.
In moderation. But
yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just fortunate because I'm a male, and like no matter how much I eat, I know I'm not going to get bigger than I'm not going to get bigger than 210. So yeah.
Some people just got good genes, I guess. Right?
I don't know what kind of genes my dad gave me because they weren't the kind I wanted. I wanted some gas genes. You know what I'm saying?
You had them tough skin.
You better ask him. Hey, Mike, with the knee pads on.
With the patch on.
With the patch on the knees.
I feel you.
You shop at Levine's. Don't trip when you were little.
All right, what's the next one? Next one on your list, Kevin. What's the next
All right,
one?
I got a female that speaks with no filter.
No filter.
Because here's the thing.
I see a common theme. A lot of yours is dealing with females talking and speaking and
before you say
stuff
anything,
that's coming out of their mouth.
Before you say anything, that's okay with me for you to talk. No, say that. Take this out. You know why? Because this is just my thing about that. I just think that it's a fine line between expressing your opinion and being disrespectful. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can't expect someone to constantly always have a filter on, but you never have a filter on.
Yeah. But
you always offended how people talk to you, but you never worry about how you come across everybody else. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my thing. Sometimes I'm in situations where I notice that a lady will speak to a 3-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 35-year-old the exact same way.
Yeah.
How's that possible? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, dude, have enough tact, self-control, whatever you want to call, to know that you can't talk to that grown man like you talk to those kids.
Yeah. Because
3 of those ages were kids. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So just have respect enough to know if he got to govern himself when he speaks to you, have the same respect.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, God says, woman, respect your husband. He don't say love your husband. He said respect your husband. So therefore, if you have no self-control and you can't figure out how to talk to somebody, then maybe you need to pray about that and go seek wise counsel.
So let me translate that.
Oh, my bad. I kind of went on a tangent.
No. When you say God says to respect your husband, that means sit down and shut up.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
I know
is that what it sounds like I'm saying, though? Because I don't mean it to, really.
No. When somebody needs layman's terms, so.
Hold on, Mike. Hold on. Then, in your words, tell me what I'm saying, because some people think it comes across just like that. Just like that.
Right.
Okay, so in your words, what do you think I'm saying?
No, you have to be respectful of your husband in all aspects of your relationship, whether it's the way you present yourself, the way you address him, the way you attend to him. Everything has to be done in order. I mean, it has to be. You have to be respectful. So that's what it really means to me. Exactly what you said. I didn't take it, literally as you meant sit down and shut up, but.
Okay, because
but I get it.
Because to me, at the end of the day, you kind of just touched on it somewhat. It's not really what you say, it's how you say what you say. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That actually makes the point across to me. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. Next one on my list is I don't like women that lie or that are deceitful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like with me not being a talker, I talk. Mm-hmm. It means that I listen a lot, right? I pay attention to things. Mm-hmm. So if you tell me something this month and then 2 months, 3 months down the road, you tell me something different about the same thing that we were talking about, then I'm going to catch that, right? Because I pay attention. So that comes down to just being real with yourself and real with who you are and, and putting out the real thing. So, yeah, just being deceitful and, cunning, lying about things is just not necessary.
Would gossiping be in the same category for you?
Gossiping too, yeah. People that gossip all the time, keep stuff stirred up, don't like that either.
Okay, well, it's funny you said that because, like, I know a lot of women that would say, man, you can't remember what you had for dinner 2 days ago, so how you remember what I said a month ago? It's almost like this right here. It's like guys pick and choose what they want to remember.
Definitely,
because if it's important for me, believe me, I'm going to remember.
You're going to pay attention, yeah.
Because a lot of time women try to use that, oh, well, you don't remember. No, you forget all the time. I'm like, yeah, I forget things that's not important to me.
Exactly.
When it's important, I can tell you exactly what you said, how you said it, and probably where I was when I heard it.
Right, exactly.
Because it impacted me in some type of way.
Oh, yeah.
So I agree with that one, but lying is a big thing. But gossiping to me, because to me, you hear a woman gossip before you hear him lie, I think, most of the time. And to me, if you talk about this person over here, you're doing me the same way.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? And so even though he said we shouldn't gossip, I just never liked. I've never liked a woman that was always on the phone talking about everybody else. I just never liked that.
Yeah.
Because like, when are you gonna grow if your attention always on other people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. All right. You want me? I got one more on my list, so I may as well go ahead and touch on it.
Okay, go ahead.
My last one would be just a lazy woman. You know, we touched on unclean earlier. I mean, lazy.
Later.
Huh?
Just later.
Just later. Well, yeah, I was gonna get there. Yeah, so it could be lazy that you don't like cleaning up. You don't like caring for your house, for yourself. I think that's just lazy.
Lay on the couch all day.
Right, sit around on the couch watching stories, watching whatever Real Housewives of somewhere, that type of thing. Just sitting around not doing anything. Somebody that's not driven, you know, that don't want to do things, you know, don't want to go out, don't want to, you know, get out and enjoy life.
Yeah,
I don't like that. And then, you know, the other piece to that is, you know, maybe they lazy in the bedroom as well. You know, don't like that either. They call them starfish, right?
I truly don't know, Mike.
Just later. Not doing anything, right?
Mike said, Mike got all these names and acronyms.
They call them starfish. Just lay there not doing anything.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But,
I don't know, Mike. Yeah. Well.
I don't know.
No, but I totally agree with the laziness too. I agree with that too. Because but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. If you're driven, does your girl have to be driven? Your wife have to be driven?
I would want them to be.
Why? Why?
Because we're one, right? Like, and I get it. I think probably where you're gonna go is, you know, sometimes we fall short in certain areas, and then yes, your mate should be there to pick you up in those areas to help you improve in those areas. But me, that's one of the things that's important to me. I mean, you need to have drive because I have drive, and I think it only helps if we both, you know, focus in the same areas, focus on the same things. You know, we're both driven. I don't know. It's just important to me.
Okay, because like when I heard that, this is what I think. I think that sometimes it's good for a woman to, well, no, that's not what I just feel this way about being a helpmeet. That you can't have your own thing blazing over here 100 miles an hour because what if I need you to help me do this or do that or whatever. Right. But if you're already so headstrong and focused on where you're trying to get to, then like how can you possibly be my helpmeet if it's about you doing this and me doing that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But more so, I think it just comes down to them having the drive to want to do something, right?
Anything.
Because some just don't want to do anything. Like, nothing.
Okay. That leads me to another question then. Do you feel like is your responsibility as a husband or to try to get that person out of that funk that they're in then? You know what I'm saying? Because like...
Oh, is it just a temporary funk? Or is it just the way that they are?
But that's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that you wouldn't marry him if you know that they wouldn't... You know what I'm saying? So
I wouldn't.
So if you're married to somebody, so they couldn't be possibly showing you this while you were dating them because you wouldn't have married in the first place.
Right.
So therefore, I view it has to be a temporary funk because it wasn't always like this.
Yeah. So yeah, if it's that, then yeah, it's my responsibility. It's my job as a husband to bring her up to where she needs to be.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What else you got? You got any more?
Actually, Mike, I ran out of. I mean, I can start thinking some more. I'm sure. Nah, I just
so you ran out of paper, huh?
I know, right? The ink. My ink pen ran out. But it's funny how you can rattle off all these things, but then at the beginning we both said, "Man, we love women."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, it is what it is. But sometimes it's just that because I'm sure we do things that women hate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure now don't get it twisted, women. We're not gonna have no podcast.
We're not gonna have a podcast and let the women call in.
Yeah,
and say, we don't like this.
No, if you want to see that, go to Tyler Perry movie. So you
right,
you
exactly.
Ain't no male bashing up in here today.
Exactly. Because what's this show called?
Who's that?
What's this show called?
Tyler Perry's?
No, our show.
I think it's men's is Mantality.
My man's in them.
My man's in them. My man's in them. Yeah, it's called Mantality, not womantality. So that's just how we gonna put that out there right now. Then.
Yeah, indeed.
But I think all in all, it's a good topic.
Yeah, good topic. It's good to get that out there. We had some some good callers again. We always have good callers. We always have
Shout out to our
interesting
callers.
opinions. Yeah, it's cool.
Now, last week we had some good calls also, so I just want to take the time and say thank you for all the people that listen to our podcast, because I know you could be doing a lot of other things, but you chose to be here tonight with us. So
the women better be cleaning up, cooking.
And you better take them shoes off in the kitchen too. You know how we do it.
Mm-hmm. Barefoot and pregnant. If you're not pregnant, you about to be.
But if you ain't pregnant, oh no. Hey, don't get pregnant. She got a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to Mike.
Exactly.
Don't listen to Mike and have our.
I'm just talking crazy.
And have our fatherless numbers going up even higher. You know what I'm saying? No, you good.
Well, again, another good show, Kevin. I don't know. I think, do we have to do a wrap up to this one?
Yeah, just real quick. Okay, I want to, just because there's one reason right here.
Okay.
Because if let's say you get into a marriage and people start to show these things that maybe you kind of looked over when you were in love, and you just kind of looked over that.
Yeah.
I would just say this one thing too. Well, not just one thing, but first of all, love conquers all. Love endures all. So therefore, even if your spouse does some of these things, love can get you over those things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want people to think, oh, well, you this way, you that way. So no, because love conquers all those things. Love endures all, and love conquers all. So if I just leave you anything at all, we just say this: nobody's perfect.
Right.
Nobody's perfect. But just know that whatever you do in your relationship, do it with Christ being the head, and just as long as you have Him guiding you, believe me, you will always love your wife regardless of her shortcomings. So we want to just say thank you for listening. Thank you for calling. Peace.
Peace.